So hey guys, what's up? So in this video we're going to be doing a simple sort of a survey page in JavaScript. So before that, my last video was on a clock and also an email manager. If you want, just check it out, link in the description. So yeah, now this is a basic developer survey. Now it's sort of like a window just pops up in some sort of a website, and you get some forms that you can actually like fill it. Like you can select one of those, and then they ask your email address and sort of like that. So in this particularly, we're going to be working with in JavaScript, which is just very simple, like a very basic stuff, which is working with display properties of CSS properties into JavaScript, like display none, display all of this display properties, and CSS styling in JavaScript. So when you work with CSS JavaScript combined, so this is like a very basic video. Now if you're even an intermediate person who pretty much knows to work with the DOM, and not even DOM, like how to work with CSS and JavaScript, if you can style those like display none, display block, if you know all of those, then this video is not for you. It's mostly focused for absolute beginners. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be building. So to take a look, basically it's a header. It says developer survey, and then it has some questions. What programming language do you learn? So you can select any of this. For example, I'm going to select for example, now we can go with Python. Okay, then the second question comes, which how long do you been coding? So you can just say get started, just started. And what's your idea after clothing? Obviously it should be like full-time job or freelance, just get full-time job, anything. So after you've done, then you get a simple model or some sort of a design popping up and saying thank you, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. So this is what we're going to be building, and you also have a home link, which you click on this will take you to the home page, which is this one. So yeah, that's what we're going to be building. Very simple tutorial. And I'm only going to do the HTML and the JavaScript, and the CSS we can just get it from the design, because CSS wouldn't make any difference. It's just going to be simple border styling. So yeah guys, hope you guys will enjoy. And as I said, all the files is linked in the description, so if you want to check it out, you can. So I want to get my terminal. I'm going to create 3 files, which is index.html, style.css, and an app.js. Okay, I need 3 files, and all of these files are right here. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the bash. So yeah, JavaScript files, a index.html file, and a CSS file. Okay, so in the index.html file, I'm going to generate a simple boilerplate template, and I'm gonna link my style sheet, which is just style.css, and I'm gonna call this developer survey, or whatever you can call it, whatever you want. So just call it survey page. Okay, we can call it something like this, and inside the body we're gonna have a header. Okay, so inside the header we're gonna have a h1. I want to say developer survey, which is this one. So I'm just gonna copy this text, paste it up, and we're also gonna have a p tag. Sorry, we're also gonna be having a p tag. Okay, and inside the p tag we can have give us some information about you. So we can just copy this and paste it in a paragraph tag. Okay, and save it up. Okay, and now that's just for in terms of header. And now we want to move for the survey page, like the whole blue section here itself. So inside the body we want to create a div with a class of survey. Okay, you want to do this div with a class of survey, and now you want to have another div. Okay, so we're going to have 3 questions. Okay, like this one and this one and this one. So 3 questions, and fourth we have a sort of a end model, or whatever you want to call. Okay, so inside this I'm gonna have a div with a class of q1, which is gonna be the question 1. So you sort of free to name whatever you want, like okay, so we have a class of q1, and inside this I want to have a h3, which is gonna have this text, like what programming do you learn, language do you learn. So copy that and paste it up right here. Okay, that's it for that. And then I'm gonna have a UL, and with a UL having a class of option, which are Python, Java, C#, and JavaScript. So these are option. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is to have 4 LIs. So 4 li into 4. So generate that. So I'm gonna get Python, and this is gonna be and this is gonna be Java, this is going to be C#, C capital, and this is going to be JavaScript. Okay, so save it up and we'll just take a look. Open this up in live server and let's take a look. How is it? Okay, so this is how our simple stuff is looking. So we should get it and paste it up in Mozilla Firefox. Okay, so just don't get wrong with the font. It's just default from the Mozilla, so we can define it in our CSS. Okay, so then we have this one, and now you want to copy the whole thing, which from this div, which is the question one. Copy that and paste it up, which is going, then this is going to be question 2. Change to question 2, and this is to question 2. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it instead of the h3. Okay, paste it up, and obviously you want to say just started, which is this li right there. Okay, and then I'm going to say 3 to 6 months. Okay, and this is going to be 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months. Okay, and this is going to be 1 to 2 years. Okay, I'm going to just put it like that and save it. And if you take a look, and yeah, we have something like this, and you want to paste this down right there. I'm going to copy the same div, this one, come down and paste it, and this is going to be question 3, and this is going to have h3 of, let's get it. Okay, this is the h3. Copy this up and replace it with this, and it's going to be full-time job. Copy this, paste it. So you can't do it, I think. Okay, so let's just say full-time. Wait, what's wrong? I say it's delete this, and I want to say full-time job. Okay, and this is one. This one. I'm just gonna change it to freelancing, and this one, even if you want to do it for a side hustle. Okay, and this is gonna be no idea. Okay, so in terms of like the HTML goes, that's just it. Like these 3 questions are actually it. So now we can actually, it's all done. So we want to just grab a CSS and get started. So I'm going to get my CSS file. As I said in this beginning itself, I said I'm not going to be doing the CSS file. So I don't want to inspect the element. I want to view selection source. Wait, what am I doing? I want to see view page source, and I'm going to get my style of CSS, and it's like simple styling going over here. So I'll just Control A to copy this. Okay, not until this, just until this. Okay, so copy this up, and yeah, wait, why did I delete that? Okay, it's here, and I'm just gonna paste it. Now if I save this up, it's gonna look something like this. But guys, as you guys can see, the whole questions, which we have 3 questions right there. Okay, as you guys can see, we have all the questions. As the text is, I can show you guys through making the text. I'll change the body color background. I'll change the body's background color to something like this, and if I see, there we go, we have all the questions right there. Okay, so now basically we don't need all of these questions. We only need the second question to pop up, or come just appear on screen once you click on li in this first section. So once you click anything in the first section, you want to hide the first section, and then make the second section to appear, the second question to appear. So that's what we're going to be doing. So for that, what I want you guys to do, guys, the simple logic is the first question, I'm just gonna have this background color so you can see it. So simply I'm just gonna say display, I'm gonna call it display, change properties. Okay, properties, and I'm just gonna say just properties, and in this, what I want to say, the first question with a class of q1 is should always be display block. Okay, this will always be display block. It should, because you want to see the first question first, right? Not the second question first. So then the q2 have to be display none. Okay, and you want to do the same thing right here. We want to change this to question 3. Okay, and also another thing I just forgot to do is that we want to get our the end part. Okay, so it's very simple. Okay, you can just come off the div and you want to say div with a class of end. Oh, I'm sorry, div with a class of end. Okay, and I'm gonna have h1 and I'm just gonna say thank you. Okay, something like this. And we want to have a paragraph, and we'll just copy this right here, and we'll just copy this right there, copy this, and we want to paste it right inside the p tag. Okay, and then we want to have another a tag, okay, which would reference to our index.html, our parent or current folder we have, and it's going to be home. Okay, which is pretty simple. And yeah, that's just simply it for in terms of HTML and CSS. HTML as far it's it. And now, as we said, q3 is also displaying in default. We also want to say we have something called an ending, which is like a model, thank you model. This also have to have a class of display none. And if you save it up, yeah, that's it. Now what we're gonna be working is the logic behind it is basically like is when I click the first question have to hide, and the second question have to pop up, as where we're going to repeat the whole process. So I'm going to get rid of this color, so it's coming for the basic color right there. And now it's a job to actually first connect the index.html above our body tag right here. Okay, so script with a source of app.js. Okay, and now I want to have a JavaScript. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, let's put it here, and we'll just alert one and see whether it's working. Anyway, it will, but for the heck of it, yeah, it's working. Okay, now what I want to do is, guys, I want to, as you know, I've done a lot of DOM manipulation tutorials, and if you want to learn it, I'll link all of them below. I have a lot of project. But now what we want to do is I'm just gonna get all of these UI elements, because no one is gonna click on the question. We don't also have a button, so all of this is actually our choices. So anyone clicks on this particular choices, we want to display the questions. That's just simply it. Okay, so that's what we want to get. So first of all, we want to get these LIs in the first place. Okay, so I'm just gonna say const ul, which is this one right here, this ul, the whole ul. So anyone clicks on anything in this ul, we wanna do something, which is simply hide it and appear something else. So we want to say ul and /1, which is the first ul. I'm gonna say document dot get I'm gonna get the query selector. Okay, and this I want to say it's going to be option 1, as we gave it a class of class. So we want to have a dot in first, so want to say option 1. That's simply it. Now I also want to mention I had just a class of option. So what I want to do is to change the first one to option 1, second one to option 2, so that it can be uniquely identified, the third one to option 3. Just save it up like that. Okay, and that's just it. And now we got this. So I'm going to copy this, paste it up, and I want to say this is going to be second UL, and this is going to be option 2, and this is going to be obviously third UL, and this is going to be option 3. Okay, now that we have just got it, and now what we want to do is that's just a simple logic behind it. Once you click anything, so now you want to get we got all of these ULs like LIs inside the UL, so anyone we click it, we're going to be doing some stuff. But what we also want is that this whole big blue div. So once I click on anything on Python or something, this whole big div which I'm seeing right now, like what my mouse is showing, this is gonna hide. So this whole div is just gonna hide, and I want the second whole div to display block, which we have currently given the q2 to have a display none. So we want to automate the process in JavaScript. Okay, so I want to get const, I want to get the question 1. Okay, I want to say question 1 document dot query selector. Okay, and this I gave it a class of .q1, so I'm gonna give it a class of .q1. Okay, I want to come there, copy paste it, and this is going to be question 2. Okay, so this one I want to say q2, and this one q3, and this to q3. Okay, that's simply it. And now what we want to do, we want to get the whole yeah, that's far as that's enough for now. So we'll actually we'll actually work with that right now. And also before even that, I want to get the whole survey element, this one as well. It's because when the, let's go for the back one. So once all of this finishes, like the whole thing finishes, I want the whole survey to display as none. So when the whole survey is actually displayed none, do we really want that survey? It's because you can do it in a bunch of ways. Now it's not that you can do it in a lot of ways. So what we want at the end, when anyone clicks on that, like the last one, like this one, so once we click on that, the whole survey has to be hidden. Okay, now the whole survey has to be hidden, and then obviously you can hide the q3 as well. That's the basic logic inside that. But we'll hide the whole survey, make sure it doesn't have any problem. So you want to hide the whole survey, and that's the way I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm gonna hide the whole survey and display block this end element, or the end div. So that's just going to be the basic logic behind it. So yeah, I also want to get it, so let me just get it right here. It's no problem. So I'm just separating this. So this is going to be the const, and I'm just going to say this, let's give it a name of survey, and this is going to have document dot query selector, and inside this I gave it a class of survey. Okay, that's it for that, and I hope I did that as well. Class of survey and this class. Okay, copy this, paste it up, and this is going to be, I'm going to call it end, because that's like the last one, like the thank you message. I also give it a class of end. Okay, that's simply it. And now we got all of our divs. Now we are actually ready to get started building our thing. So now guys, like simply we're going to work with the first question. Like, okay, so let me just say first question, and yeah, this is going to be the first question. So what I want is, when anyone clicks on the UL ones, like the option of this, any of this Python, Java, C# or JavaScript, any of this, I want the whole div to display none. So I want to do that first. Okay, the whole the whole default div, like the question one, sorry, once I click on anything, I want the question one div, which is the whole div, sorry, the whole whole of this one, to display none. Okay, so that we can do that. So I want to say the ul/1 dot add an event listener on this. So anyone clicks on that, okay, and you just want to run a function like this. We just run something like this. Okay, run a function, and inside that I want to get the q1, so we know it's gonna click. So we just log something out. We just say, hey, it's clicked or something. Okay, anything. So we want to go for a console, and if I click any of this, it has to console the log. So if we click on Python, there we go, we get, hey, it's clicked. If I click on Java, it's incrementing. JavaScript, yeah, it's all console the loggings. As you guys can see, it's increasing. So anyone clicks on anything at that moment, I want to get this q1. Okay, I want to get the q1 dot, and this is how you work with CSS properties in JavaScript. So you want to get the style of it, style property, and display this, which is style. So q1 dot style, and you want to say dot display, and this is going to be, display is actually be equals to none. Okay, simple as that. Now if you save it up, now if I click on Python, the whole what you call the question one is displayed none. Now this is sort of a whiteboard. This blue div is sort of a whiteboard. You can I'm sort of putting something, erasing something, doing a bunch of stuff. So it's sort of a whiteboard. This is not gonna hide, because this has a class of, I showed you guys, which is the survey. So when the end message when message basically comes, you don't need the whole thing. Okay, I'm just gonna have another div for that. Okay, simple thing. So now I want to display this none. At the same time, I want to get the whole q2, which is this one. I want to get the q2. I want to say q2 sorry dot style dot display is equals to block. Okay, now if you check it out, now if you see if it's going to work, I click on Python and there we go, we get the second question. So once I click on Python, you get the second question. So you can just, that's just it. If you can do it for this first question, obviously you can do it for the second question as well. Now if I click on the second question, it's not going to work because we can still do it. So I want to just copy this up. Okay, I want to paste it. I'm just going to call it second question, just so you can actually see it up perfectly. So now we don't have q1 inside this, we have a q2 which is already displayed block. And now if you want to get the ul of 2, like the second ul, like this one, how long have you been coding this question, so you want to change this to ul2 and add an event list and all that. Anyone clicks on that, you're going to get the question 2, which we right now displayed block. Now you want to change that to none. You want to get the question 2 right now because it's already clicked there. We want to display this to none, and you want to get the question 3 right here and display that to block. Save it up like that. Now refresh it and I'm going to say Python, and if I click on this again, the third question have to appear. So it just started and there we go, we got the third question. So that's just it for that. And now what we want to do, second question is actually done. Now what we want to do is to once you click the third question, it's just going to be displaying the end message. So I'm going to say display thanks message. Okay, so or third question. Okay, so you don't need to have these comments, I'm just having it so then you can anytime come and look at the code and you'll be able to understand it. Okay, now you want to get the ul/3, the ul3, because right now this is the ul3. Okay, this one. So anyone clicks on this, we're going to do the same story, as an event listener. If anyone clicks on that, just run a function. Okay, function, and yes, in this function what we want to do is we display q3 block. I'm just going to copy this, paste it. I'm going to say this one to display as none. Okay, so that will display none. Okay, if I click, it should display none. Okay, now what we want to do, what I want to do, I want to get the survey. I want to survey div as I created right above, right here, this one, and I want to hide this also. So I'm going to say survey dot style dot display, and I give this none to display none. Now if I save it, Python just started full-time job, and there we go, that's already hidden. Okay, that's all done. Now it's hid. It sort of like displayed none. Now what I want to get the end div. Okay, I want to get the style, I want to get the display, and I want to set this to block, something like that. Okay, something like this. And now if you save it, now I'm going to ask the question, what program you can get, like anything, like this is the last question. Once I click on this, you simply get this thank you message which says you to thank you. So if you want they're going to be getting back soon. So if you want to click now, if you want to go home, you can click on this home button to get to the home page. It's going to work as fine. So yeah guys, that's just it for the video, and I'm very sorry if you guys sort of thinking that I'm actually posting very basic videos. It's just because now in this I covered some CSS stuff, how can you just style in JavaScript and stuff. So that's how you can do a bunch of stuff. You can change the color of the nav, the color of the header, sort of a lot of stuff if you know the basics of this. So that's what I just wanted to do. And if you wanted to see sort of a more what can I say, for example, a very hard one, like a bit of a hard one, you can see my email manager tutorial where I work with local storage and stuff. And yeah, I leave all that's what I recently did, like last 2-3 days ago, so that's very appreciated to see. Yeah, so that's just it for the video guys. All the files are they're here, it's linked in the description, but I would just say you guys just try it out. Then downloading the files is because it's very simple. Maybe the CSS you want to follow, and also I want to say these, and like sort of these animations, these these are pretty easy. You can just do it in CSS. Like for example, this survey li, when I hovers it, simply it's going to change the color, it's going to increase the weight, it's going to have some padding, and also a smooth transition. So that's going to give this a sort of animation. So that's pretty easy. So that's it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys actually think. And if you guys, obviously this not this very like, you know, the babies of, like, you know, the babies, which I mean like the babies of JavaScript who are learning like very basic, then this video might suit you. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If anyone learn something in the video, let me know in the comment section. I also have all of the JavaScript tutorials. I think this is my 6th or 7th one, I can't sure, but yeah, that's pretty easy, good to try it. But anyway, guys, that's just it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.